Hi, everybody. Welcome to this very spontaneous YouTube video about The Walking Dead Season 6. Specifically, my concerns now about the writing team of this show, because I love The Walking Dead. I've been a Walking Dead fan since it premiered in 2010. It's been one of my top 2 favorite shows for 6 years now, and I thought Season 6 so far has been going amazing. I've loved every episode. I thought they've been doing such a good job, and part of the reason I'm so excited about this show is because Season 5 was so amazing. Like, it came back. I wasn't a huge fan of Season 4. I mean, it was still good, but Season 5 of The Walking Dead was amazing. And then so far, Season 6 has been fantastic. And The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones have been my favorite 2 shows the last 2 years on television. And I've been so excited about Negan finally coming to television and then being very well cast by... they've cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who was the comedian in Watchmen, to play Negan, which is amazing. Fantastic casting. And then hearing all this stuff about how the show is going to let Negan swear on the live broadcast, and then the Blu-ray eventually will show Negan in full-blown swearing glory, because the 10% of the audience that watches The Walking Dead on AMC are probably the comic book fans who've read the comics and the graphic novels. So you know Negan swears a fuck lot. And he curses all the time. And that's part of why his character is so interesting. And how they're going to translate that over to television is going to be something to see. Because for some reason in the United States of America, Americans can't handle swear words on national television, and they're afraid of sex and women having an orgasm, which, that's a whole other thing. But they can show violence, they can, have racism on television, and people can kill cops, and all this BS that happens in the States. But it's weird that they draw the line over swear words, and how the amount of swears in a movie determines it being PG-13 to rated R. It's crazy. You can shoot off all these kill all these people, but you swear, you say fuck 5 times, and your movie's rated R. That's a whole cultural society thing about the United States of America, and maybe why they're so violent. But hey, I love America. They have the best movies, the best pornography, the best wrestling, the best music, so it's all good. Why am I livid about The Walking Dead right now? Spoiler alert. Okay? Spoilers. I read the graphic novels and the comics, and I'm very behind. But thanks to this thing called the internet, I've discovered things about Negan that I haven't read yet. I've discovered things about 50 issues of the comics I haven't read yet. And what I see on the internet makes me happy to buy the softcover graphic novels to read these stories, because I know the TV show is different from the comic, and that's fine. We get that. We accept that. But when the TV show continuously changes a comic book character's death, in the comics, certain characters are dead and should be dead, and others are still alive. In the TV show, vice versa. There's characters in the TV show, it's all, and that's part of keeping the audience on its toes and guessing and everything. But when Dwight shows up and kills a major character in the comics, it has deep repercussions and affects the group so crazily. And the show could have easily have done that. And it didn't have to be the same character. It didn't have to be Abraham. It could have been Sasha. It could have been Father Gabriel, for fuck's sakes. But what does the TV show do? They fucking kill off Denise. Denise is the character Good character, decent character, very well played, interesting story arc. She isn't even the one who should have died of that couple. Tara should have been killed eventually, but they kill off Denise, and Abraham's still alive. And then the whole Eugene thing, which I think kind of happens in the comics too, where Eugene gets a mouthful of anger in Dwight's personal area. I'm so disappointed that the show tonight couldn't kill off an A-level character or a B-level character. I'm so disappointed that they killed off Denise. And this isn't me pro Denise. This is me going, hey, the writers of AMC's Walking Dead don't have the balls to kill off anybody. And now I wasn't worried about Negan. Now I'm worried about Negan. Because at this point, you know who the big death is going to be at the season finale? You know who, when Negan finally shows up and he's the leader of the Saviors and everyone's like, oh my god, and blah, blah, blah. You know who he's going to kill? Fucking Spencer Monroe, probably. Seriously. I have lost confidence that the writers of The Walking Dead on AMC have any balls, have any guts, and know anything about creating tension or drama. See, episode 3, The Walking Dead this season, the one where Glenn should have been killed. If the writers would have had the balls to fucking kill Glenn in that way, that caused such a stir on the internet, think about it. Glenn was off on a fucking mission, right? No one knew where he was, right? He falls off the dumpster. He's surrounded by hundreds of walkers. If the show would have had the balls to kill Glenn that way, where none of the group would ever find his body, they don't even know where the fuck he is, that would have been epic. That would have been Game of Thrones or 24 level of epicness. But The Walking Dead had to take the cheap, coward's way out like they do. And now, after tonight's episode, I am so mad, so disappointed, that now I'm worried. Now I think Negan, when he shows up, he's going to kill Spencer Monroe. And a lot of the TV audience is going to go, oh my god, we lost Spencer. Seriously. I was hoping that maybe when Negan does show up, he would use Lucille. Hopefully he has Lucille, the baseball bat, his baseball bat, to kill off 2 characters. I figure the comic, they got to do something different, because in the comic he kills off 1 person, maybe in the TV show he kills off 2. But now after tonight's episode, Negan's not going to kill 2 people. Negan's going to yell at them. Negan's going to swear at them and say, hey, you got to give us stuff. Swear word, AMC, let us swear, la la la. I'm just so disappointed, because Abraham didn't die, even though I love Abraham and I think he's a fucking awesome character and I love that actor. I wanted Abraham to die. It would have meant more. Even Rosita could have died in this episode and it would have been, holy fuck. Rosita's a decent B-level character. Daryl isn't dying. Daryl is not dying. Daryl to The Walking Dead is what John Cena is to the World Wrestling Entertainment, to WWE. John Cena sells the merchandise, gets the kids and the families, he draws money. Daryl for AMC, The Walking Dead television show, is John Cena. He draws money. He's never gonna die. They won't have the guts to kill him, so don't even worry. Daryl is safe forever. Okay? Daryl's not dying. Daryl is the John Cena of The Walking Dead, so don't worry about Daryl. Ever. He's not dying. But it just sucks that tonight it could have been Abraham, it could have been Sasha, it could have been Sasha, it could have been Father Gabriel. Like, fuck, even Rosita. Even if they would have killed off Eugene, that would have been like, okay. But when The Walking Dead, the TV show, keeps killing off these supporting characters instead of the main characters in the comic, it's disappointing. Now, I read on the internet sometimes that everyone's talking about Glenn, and spoiler, when Negan shows up in issue 100 of The Walking Dead comic, he kills Glenn. And this happened, when did issue 100 come out? 2010? 2011? So right when The Walking Dead was on TV, getting popular, Glenn gets killed off in the comics. So, you know, obviously the comics are 5 years ahead of the show in a lot of ways. Like, Andrea is still alive in the comics, as far as I know. And the Walking Dead TV show fucking ruined her. Ruined her. I'm just mad. I'm mad because tonight it could have set the tone. Because now we're going into the episode 15, which maybe someone dies. Maybe Carol's boyfriend dies, maybe, looking for Carol. Because, you know what? Carol, she's going to the kingdom. She doesn't know what the kingdom is. She's going to go. Comic book fans kind of know what I'm talking about. If you don't, internet, Wikipedia, The Walking Dead comics. Carol will end up in the kingdom, and that's where Carol's going to be. I don't think Carol will be found by the Saviors or by Negan. Now, even though I thought Negan might kill Carol in the final episode of the season, Negan, that isn't Negan. And if the showrunners don't ruin the two big things about Negan, which is he's sympathetic towards kids and women to a point. To a point. He's got certain rules. But, so Carol's off the table. So now I just think Negan, when he shows up, he's going to kill Spencer Monroe with a baseball bat. And the TV audience, a lot of them will be like, oh my god, this is so tragic. And a lot of us will just be like, are you kidding? Because at this point, the way I feel now, and maybe some of you agree, I don't know, but Negan has to kill two fucking major characters in the last episode. Like, it's got to be Glenn and fucking Morgan, or Glenn and Abraham, or two major characters. And I'm worried that that's not going to happen. It's going to be Spencer Monroe or someone stupid. So yeah. So this was my spontaneous video about me ranting about The Walking Dead and how disappointed I am that the writers of this show that I love to watch and enjoy and have loved every episode so far this season, but this one just pissed me off because they could have killed off Tara that way. I was expecting Tara and Heath to die with an arrow or two arrows. Like, it doesn't have to be the same as the comics. Fuck. It should have been Tara. Hopefully Tara and Heath bite the dust next week. Fuck. Two more supporting characters. Oh my god. But The Walking Dead's problem right now is they have all these main characters that are totally safe. Game of Thrones, it was never that way. It's never this way now. That's why Game of Thrones is the #1 show on TV, and Walking Dead is always a step behind it. Because Game of Thrones has balls. Just like 24 did in its prime, 24 had balls to do crazy shit that you hadn't seen on TV before. Walking Dead, you could have done it tonight. You didn't. I'm very disappointed. I think some fans are very disappointed. It should have been Rosita, Gabriel, Sasha, or Abraham by Dwight's arrow, and you fucking wasted on Denise, who, as far as I know, is still alive in the comics. Thanks, AMC. Thanks, scriptwriters, for keeping the money train rolling, because, God forbid, you know, Game of Thrones already hasn't proved to you that you can kill off lots of main characters that people love, and people will still watch it. Shocking. Anyway, that's my random video, Walking Dead. 2 more episodes to go before Negan shows up with the baseball bat and kills off Spencer Monroe. No one important, because in The Walking Dead, all the main characters are safe because the internet and the fans love them, and the writers of this show have no fucking balls. I.e., Daryl is John Cena. Daryl is safe from The Walking Dead dying ever. Anyway, that's it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, yada yada yada. Fuck. Negan, please. Please, AMC writers, don't ruin Negan. Please, for the love of fucking baby Jesus, don't screw up Negan. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks.